Why is it not starting? Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. So, welcome in my first ever stream as Kael Adam. Hello, hello. It's my first ever stream as Kael Adam. Today we are playing Peak. I'm still learning how to stream and trying to improve my English. So if you see I'm struggling, or I will most likely ask you if I need a word from you so you can help me out. We will try to reach the peak of the game. It's most likely to be super scuffed, but let's see how it goes. I played Peak a little bit at a fast before, now streaming. Oh, let's see how I look. How do I look? Trying to personify a specific someone. Let's go on the 3th difficulty. I have to remember to change the language of the game in English. Because I'm from Germany and some said, even though I have Steam and literally anything on my computer set in English, somehow some games most likely don't need this one. Yeah, most games, I don't know why, are still default in German. I think it's something about the system language, which for me is like German. Can we get that chess up there? Tough. That's I don't know. Oh, there are even 2 chests. Let's go. Lollipop is huge. Let's get this. Imagine me dying now. Ooh, I thought for a second I was going to lose some HP. Lucky. Really lucky. There's also something I don't understand in Peak. Sometimes, if you fall from this high to the ground, you lose nothing. And you have some games where it's like from here to the end, you lose a lot of HP or get like hurt a lot. If you have no backup stamina, you can bunny hop with a little bit of stamina left. But if you still have some, if you try to bunny hop and have backup stamina, the bunny hop will use those backup stamina, which I would not recommend doing. I yet have to see the Scoutmaster in the game. I actually never seen the Scoutmaster. Ooh, okay. I feel like Peak is one of these games which I really like. It's cheap. I mean it's like how much? 6, 7 bucks? And for what it's provided or providing, it's super fun. I mean, even alone is okay. Sure, I would. It's way more fun if you have friends. Even if it's just one more friend. If you are as a duo. It's super funny. Seeing how he's struggling because he mismanages stamina. Seeing him fall. Hilarious. Super funny game. I've played with 2 other friends. And there were some moments where we would literally laugh our asses off because it was just so funny. Or how many runs we had to reset because we just fucked up right at the start because of not knowing how much fall damage we will take. Let's not try to touch this thing. If you are interested in my name and how I came up with my design for my VTuber model, first of all, credits go to the artist, which should be hopefully in description down below. It was Ryuki-san. Really friendly artist. I commissioned it to him. He responded really fast. He delivered perfectly, really friendly. And he even changed some things where I was unhappy with really fast. Super enjoyable to work with. And how I came up with my model, it was my origin story is basically I tried to be an idol way back in the day. And I had to fake my personality, right? To appeal to the audience, to the industry, which I was not happy with. Kinda, I got burnt out before I burned out before I debuted, basically. And my tattoo on my collarbone is basically like stellar fading, which implements, you know, a star fading, but you know it's there. And instead of faking, being like perfect all the time, I rather be fake. Not fake. I rather be real with myself and do things I enjoy instead of putting on a fake mask and see how it goes from there. Damn, you can really feel how much heavier those items are in the third Ascended, I think in English. In Germany it's Aufstieg, which would be translated to ascending, ascended. I really have to change the settings in English. Doesn't really look like... I mean, from here it looks like the way up. Funny enough, no one who I know knows I'm doing this. I mean, like starting to stream, or rather learning how to stream. My parents don't know, my friends don't know. Basically, I'm doing it in secret. It's not like I feel embarrassed about it, but you know, there are some hobbies or some things not everyone needs to know, and that's like some of it. One of them. At least at the start, right? Maybe I will tell them later. What I also want to play, or at least try out, is Repo, because Repo looked like so much fun. But I didn't have the chance to... what do I mean didn't have the chance? I could have played it, because, I mean, it's like $10 or something. And it's also not like I'm scared of horror games. But I feel like Repo, especially Repo, is better played with friends. I mean, Peak is okay to play alone, I feel like. It's actually quite enjoyable. It's fun. But Repo, I think, is way more fun with friends. There's no way I can claim that, right? There's just no way. Can I stand on this? Kind of. Yes. What got me into wanting to start streaming? It's quite simple, actually. I think everyone who plays games, video games, and watches different streamers think had at least had this thought once. Oh, can you let me in peace, please? Yeah, I feel like everyone who streamed at least once, not streamed, I mean gamed, who is a gamer, had this thought of trying to stream. Let's change this with this. That's better than this. Yes, to the point. I feel like anyone who plays games for like quite some time had this thought of wanting to stream, but it's always the same with not knowing how to do it, or kinda anxious about starting. And that's the thing, which I can just talk about myself in that regard. There were a lot of things which I wanted to try out, but didn't. Because I thought to myself, you're not going to do it anyway, or making it, or you most likely be bad at it at first, and maybe it's not worth the money or time, you could do something else, and all this kinda like an imposter syndrome, kind of. But that's just sad, right? Why would you stop yourself from trying things out? Because whatever it is you wanna try, if it's like streaming in my like for me as an example, or singing, drawing, doing sports, you're going to suck at first, like anyone else, right? No one, not sure there are some naturals who take a pen and they are like godlike artists. Sure, there are some cases like that. I feel like you average human being will be bad at first at anything they are trying out for the first time. And you are basically stopping yourself from learning and experiencing new things, which is such a nice thing, right? Learning something new, experiencing something new is such a nice feeling. Think of it like... What's a good example? game. Oh, let's. If you watch anime and okay. Chillax. If you're watching anime and one sec. If you're watching anime or one specific anime for the first time, the feelings you're experiencing for that anime is like so nice. I have a lot of friends where I see a lot of comments for specific animes where they're saying, I wish I would forget I've watched this anime so I can experience it again. And that's just, it's just such a nice thing, right? Experiencing something new like that. Ooh, that's going to be tough. Yes, and also like gaming. Also when it comes to gaming, you are not... If it's like something you are already used to, like gaming or watching anime, even if it's like trying something new, eating something new you never tried before, it's always like so much easier to try that kind of thing out, even though trying a new game usually also costs a lot of... What I mean, like, if you want to try to sing or be an artist, most of the time, for me at least, I was thinking I wanted to draw, be good at drawing, and in my head I thought of okay, if I want to draw, like, right now, I need a drawing tablet, right? Which is like investing money into it. Which would cost me, depending on, you know, what kind of drawing tablet you are going to buy, 50 to 100, it could be up to 200 euros or more, right? If you're buying like a really great one, which you don't need at the start. It's just, think of it as an hobby, like a small investment in that sense. I was kind of confused because I thought it was like a sleeping bag. Like a small investment. For example, I could also invest a lot of money for my VTuber model. I could have. I had the money on the side because I'm saving money. I'm not a big spender. I'm usually low maintenance if it comes to buying stuff for myself. And I could have spent a lot of money for my VTuber model, get like a huge high quality model with a lot of different expressions and movement, and pay a lot of money for like perfect rigging and stuff like that. And even though it's nice to have that, the thing is about, what if I don't like streaming, right? I could have had like a lobby, I could have paid for a mascot, different outfits, and spent like, I don't know. Okay, save here. I could have spent it like 2,000, 3,000 euros for like a really good model. But I feel like if you're trying to something out at the start, you don't need it. You could, if, for example, if you want to stream or give VTubing a try, first of all, there are free models you could use. You have this option, like, literally it's for free. You could just download VTube model, VTube Studio, download OBS, and you could just press start streaming. It's basically, you can start streaming for free. You don't even need an... that's not good. That is not good. Yeah, so you could basically start streaming with zero investment. Zero. Just to the record. You could, like, download the VTube model and on sites. You can just Google free VTube model. Download OBS and start streaming. It will take you, let's say, an hour to get used to the settings. Let's say 2 hours max. I'm just highballing on that part, right? And just to get a feeling for it, right? You not be the best streamer right to the get-go. There are still a lot of things you have to learn, I think. I'm still there, like, learning how to be entertaining and be true to myself. Doing things I don't want to fake being me just to appeal to a certain kind of audience. I'm doing this for me, I'm doing this for fun. And I feel like that's just the right thing. I could fake my... Not fake, I'm not faking, it's not faking. But, like, role-playing. Which could... It's capybaras? Oh, it's a capybaras! No, we're speedrunning there. I could, like, roll... Oh no, oh no. I mean, I could... not faking. Faking is the wrong word. I could... it's more like role-playing for your character, right? Which is not faking. A lot of people use terms like it's not their real voice, it's their fake voice, which is not true. It's your voice. Yeah, this have to go. By the way, if you have the trumpet from the start and play music for them, you get an achievement. Just throwing that in here. But I feel like I've seen a lot of people online saying I don't like this person because A, it's either A, if they don't like someone. A lot of times I feel like they're saying it because A, again, they are saying they have a fake personality or a fake voice. And I feel like as long as you don't use a voice changer, which is basically faking a voice, right? It's changing it, so it's not a real voice. But I could talk in a higher tone or lower tone if I wanted to. But I feel like, first of all, that's not something I want to do. And would still be my voice, right? I could talk louder. For example, like, hello. I could talk like this. Be like low energy. Which not saying it will, could be more fitting for my character, which is like Kael. Ooh. But that's not something I want to do. And the different thing was faking personality. It's like role-playing, right? You are impersonating your character. If let's say your your default, let's say default personality don't fit the character you want to impersonate, and you are on quote faking it. Nothing wrong with that, right? Because at the end of the day, it's first of all, it's your choice, right? And if people don't like if you roleplay or changing your voice, which could fit for your character, which you want to... Oh. Ooh. I can't stand it. Oh no. Why not? Actually, that was not good. Actually, that was so bad. I could have just get here. This was so bad. Oh my god. I'm throwing. I'm throwing. Oh no. I just throwed so hard. To get the bean. I got baited by the bean. Where was I? I got so hard baited. And, yes, if people don't like... If you are, you know, role-playing or changing your voice to fit your character's aesthetic, it's on them, right? They don't have to watch you. And with sticking to you and the things you want to do, I feel like, first of all, you are more happy with the things you're creating, the content you're creating. Because I feel like doing YouTube and doing streaming or VTubing, it has to be fun for you, right? Also has to be fun to you. Because if you don't have fun, if you don't enjoy yourself, you most likely, that's just how I see it. If you don't have fun with the things you are doing, it's really hard to bring enjoyment to your audience, right? If you're not happy. And I feel like... can I get up there? Nope. And I feel like if you're not happy, where's the point? What's the point? Do I have to lose an energy drink or a lolly? Ooh, that's risky. We wing it, we ring it. Never punished. That was a mistake. That was an absolute mistake. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I could have saved myself. I had a first aid kit. And now I get impaled. Oh no. Let's give it one more try. One more try. Ooh, I should have. Well, in hindsight, that was not the way. Try this again. Back at topic. If you want to try something out for the first time, if it's sports, gym, don't need. Yes, sports, gym, drawing, singing, streaming, VTubing, whatever it is. And you are... Are the chests still up there? Oh, they are, okay. And you don't know... The best thing I would advise is just give it a try. Try it for, like... I don't know, 1 week, maybe 2 weeks. Should most likely be enough to get a grasp on how likely it is for you to continue, or if you like it or not. And if it's something about investing, because money is also, well, a thing, I would recommend doing like low investment first. Let's take, for example, if you want to be a VTuber. Like I said, there are a lot of free tools you could use, few models. Or you could commission. My VTuber model for getting started to be an, I don't know, a VTuber streamer costed me, how much was it? 225-ish for design and rigging. It was like a special offer. And on VGen, the site I use to, you know, meet Ryuki-san, there are a lot of artists who are doing both, which they are offering to design your model and to rig your model. And give me that. And if you're new in like VTubing, I feel like that's just such a good offer for trying something out for low investment. And I'm not saying like the artist who created me is like low, not at all. He did an amazing job, and I'm super grateful for what he's done for my model and for what I'm trying to do and for the things for like for the start. That's enough. It's super enough. I can work with that. I have expressions like angry face, sad face, and all kind of that stuff. And I feel like 200 euros, let's say 250, it can be lower. Could be cheaper. It for sure can be higher. And be way more expensive. But you don't have to invest so much at the start of, unquote, your YouTube career. Because at the start, where I was thinking about giving streaming a try, I was always watching like the big shots, right? Hololive, VTubers, former Vshoujo VTubers, and all those bigger VTuber, right? And all of them have like super expensive models, but it makes sense for them because that's like their job. They're living, right? But I feel like I don't know. It's just my guess. I don't want to make like speculations, but I feel like let's just do this first. I feel like all of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, just my guess again, started with a low investment VTuber model. Not all of them started. Oh, you can eat them. Quick hint to mushrooms in Peak. If they are smooth, you can eat them. If they are hairy, you can't. They are poisonous. And back to topic. A lot of the time when we are watching VTubers, we are always thinking about becoming one. We are always thinking in being a VTuber equals or is equal to a lot of money for the model, which is not true. There are a lot of VTubers who got famous with a free model or low investment model. We could take like Neurosummer, for example, which is an AI, but her model was free. It was a free asset. But to be fair with Neurosummer, it was something incredibly unique, right? This was like the first AI VTuber, which is like super funny. I've seen some clips and it's just hilarious, super funny. Super enjoyable. Or there are also some PNG VTubers, right? Who are quite famous. There was one I've watched for some time, but I forgot the name. I'm not great with names. But my advice is give it a shot. Just give it a shot. The worst which could happen, which is if you think, for example, if I don't stream anymore, and let's say that's my first and last stream, I just unquote wasted. I totally forgot about this one in the run before. That is really nice. Yeah, for example, let's say I will never stream again after the stream. I just wasted 220-ish euros, which is still not nice. But I feel like that's tankable, right? You can tank this. Not everyone can tank this if you're like on dead's end every month. Then if you are low on money with investing on like a VTuber model, then I would recommend trying the free things you can find online before committing. Try it out for like 1 or 2 weeks, and if you like it, you could just put some money on the side every week, every month, and invest. You could totally start streaming or not start streaming, commission an artist for like 150 euros. And with wigging, I saw some artists in the lower range, which I could also ask for their commission, but I didn't like their art style. Not saying it was bad, but I just didn't like their form of art, the art style. Can I walk here? Nope, no street spots. Okay. And maybe. And I wouldn't also... The thing... there's one friend who actually knows I'm doing streaming and wanted to give it a try. And also knows how my VTuber model turned out. When I talked to him and asked for advice. And after the artist showed me like the steps and the progression of the model, he told me, hey, ask him to do this and ask him to do all kind of things. I'm like, bro, chillax. That is not in my... it's not in the budget, like, right? It's not something... which was in like the realms of achievable things. If I could, I would have changed a couple of things. It's just small things, right? But you have to realize if you are commissioning or asking for... Nope, that's toxic. If you ask or commission an like lower budget VTuber model, you have to realize that... one second. How did I get up there last time? From here, right? You have to realize you have to kind of kind of give up on perfecting your vision, because it's low budget. It's supposed to be like the minimum to get started, which is not a bad thing. It isn't a bad thing. Do I have place for this? Whoop. Can you not fall? Thanks. But I feel like, in my experience, a lot of people think low budget equals bad production in a way, which is just not. I will get this. Give you this. Now I have a problem. You saw nothing. Thank you. That's just unfortunate. That's just unfortunate. That's just sad. Alright, I could have cooked it. Damn. Completely forgot about the cooking mechanic. Yes, my best advice is just try it. Don't think about numbers, don't think about being perfect and all that kind of stuff. Give it a try. You will most likely... That's just how I think. Can I get this? I have to... Sure. Oh, I'm just blind. I'm actively grieving. Antidote? Not what I was looking for. Can I make jump? Never punished. Easy. No, for sure. I can't make jump for sure. Yes. If you think about streaming, do not think about numbers or the amount of views. That's just how I came into here with that mindset. I'm doing this mainly for like practicing, getting used to talking to like an audience and like that. Ooh. There's a saying, there is beauty in imperfection. And that's just how I live. Just winging it. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But I'm here for the trip. Sometimes I feel really unlucky. Oh, I don't remember how I came up there. Can I stand in there? Yep. And it's raining. Amazing. Isn't like, I just remembered, isn't today the new update? the desert biome? Wasn't there something like that? Shouldn't be there. Shouldn't there be the desert? Desert. Update? Really wondering what they are throwing at us with the desert upgrade pitch. What new biome would be cool or exciting in Peak? We have like the beach, like the mountain. At the start, we have jungle. We have the ice biome. We have, well, magma at the bottom and like the volcán at the end. What else? What else could they possibly patch in the future? Which would have made sense. You could say something like Metropolis, which doesn't make any sense. I feel like instead of patching in new biomes, I feel like doing... It would be better to... Stupid rain. Yes, instead of new biomes, they could also implement... First on new items. New items is equals more exciting, more fun. But also new mechanics that could change... Instead of the rain, they could make like you are getting attacked on some animals in the jungle biome, or make more things like the tick, where you have the fight of diseases. Ooh, what? I don't know how they would implant that, but I feel like something like an underwater biome where you have to, you know, manage your air. It could be fun and frustrating at the same time. But come on, that's just what Peak is all about. Underwater, yeah. Underwater biome would be funny, I think. Don't know how they would implement that. Maybe at the start of the game, instead of the beach, we could have underwater biome, where you're spawning at the shore. Or different, the plane is like on the water, swimming, and you have to get your way to the shore. Maybe something like that. That could be an idea how to implement. On quote, underwater biome. Chilies, eh. Give me these. Yeah, basically I don't need this anymore. What I thought at the first time I played Peak and to reach the nice and to reach the Vulkan, I thought the magma at the bottom will rise instead of the mist. That would have been a cool mechanic. Instead of, you know, the mist rising and you have to be on time against the zone, basically. Magna rising up under your feet would have been really hella nice. That's what I thought at first when I played Peak. I thought, because we needed a long time to reach the peak. And when we were inside the volcano, I thought magma would be rising from the bottom. But it didn't. Imagine there is, and we are just so good. I am just a bad player. It is what it is. I'm just bad. And it's snowstorming. No. That is so unfortunate. The thing was, when I watched like some videos on how to what's called when I watch some videos, tips and tricks on how to start streaming, a lot of them said that you have to find a niche within some gaming categories. And maybe that could be right, for sure, but for me at least, that wasn't an option for me. That looked like so much work and, more importantly, no fun at all. That thing debated my ass. Not cool. Yes, a lot of them told, especially on Twitch, right? And on Twitch you are seeing how many viewers are in specific categories, like, I don't know, League of Legends, Marvel, Rivals, Overwatch, and CSGOs, and etc, etc. And playing a game which I wouldn't like at first, because that's a niche. If you are thinking that's just how I see it, doesn't have to be the case. But if you are wanting to stream, or start streaming rather, I would not recommend... If you're doing it for fun, sure, stream whatever you want. That's basically the best thing. The best thing to do. But if you are wanting to stream, let's say, on quote, a mainstream game, like, I don't know, League of Legends, Marvel Rivals, and like, especially on Twitch, I feel like Twitch is not really user-friendly. There are so many beans. Okay. Sometimes I don't see any of the magic beans, and now it's like the third I've seen. Capybaras, capybaras. Especially if you want to stream on... Okay. Sure. Such a funny item. I had a run where the magic beam actually carried my ass. Yes, especially if you want to stream big games like League of Legends, Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, CSGO. And especially if you want to stream on Twitch, you have so much competition. Sorry. And Twitch is not really helping new content creators, no streamers, because if you go to Twitch and click on, for example, League of Legends, it's sorted by the streamer on the top with the most amount of current views. And if you're starting out, you will most likely have 0 views, or if you're lucky, maybe 1 or 2 or something like that, right? But it would be down at the bottom. Can I make it? So it would most likely be down at the bottom. And you are not most likely... I mean, I wouldn't scroll for 30 seconds or like a minute to get at the bottom to watch a streamer with 0 views, right? I wouldn't do it because I'm lazy. Because I would, if I wanted to watch a League stream, I would go to Twitch and click on League and click literally like the first stream, first 3 streams which would be recommended to me. I wouldn't scroll all the way down to watch newer streamers. Nope, I'm making the same mistake. So if you have to keep that in mind. Like, especially if it's like on, again, a mainstream game, which has a lot of beers. Anti-rope? Nope, I can go here, I think. Yes. Can I get there? Ooh, yes. Ooh. I've heard that there. Yes, I heard they removed the Luna Berry. Is it still the? I'm wondering, is it still the case? I've seen it once. I was hungry. I was here somewhere with nothing to eat. Saw the Luna. First of all, it freaked me out because when I was nearing it, the debuff was rising, the sleepy debuff. And I was like, what the fuck? So I took it, ate it, and then fell asleep. But at least it got away. Ah, here, that's where I died last time. Okay, okay. I wish I had... First of all, no snowstorm. Oh, if I had my railgun, I would have fired it in the opposite side. Here, probably. Is there another way around? Kind of. Ooh. Okay, that was a tad too close for my taste. I don't have lolly. Yep, that's not the call. How do I get up? Please don't fall off. Thank you. Should I try it from here? Another energy drink could come in handy. Yeah, that's not nice. How do I make my emotes again? Which button was emo? R. So funny. That's the best emote, right? By far, it's so funny. I don't know. It was not what I wanted to do. Peak is such a goofy game. It's really funny. And actually super impressive. Ooh, that is huge. But I don't know how I get... How do I get That's just peak, right? Hoarding your items and never using them until, you know, you die and you wish you would have used it. Oh my god. Okay, easy. Never punished. Oh, okay. That doesn't really look like anything. Okay. I don't think that's the way. Can you not try to die? I would really appreciate it. Are you serious? That's just unlucky. That's how I die. That's just unlucky. Ooh. That's huge. I thought that was gone. I think it's about time to use items. Okay. First, we have to wait. Stand up, thanks. Jump. Jump, please. Okay, if you don't feel like it, also fine. Nothing to eat. Oh my god. That was so close. And snowstorm coming, of course. That was so close. Never punished. Never punished. Ooh, but the hunger bar increasing is actually concerning. Okay, I'm back where we started. Do I reach there? I'm just taking the energy drink. To be safe. To be safe. To be safe. I hate this. Let's go. Okay, chillax, please. That's not nice. Save, save, save. I need food, please. Can I get some food? Lunch bag? Anything? Energy drink? Sure. Why not? It's not like I'm starving or anything. That is just unlucky. I can't make it. That is crazy. Oh, there has to be like berries or anything. There's nothing. Oh, that's such a sad use of rope. Energy drink? I need energy drink for that. Ah, that's just sad. That's just sad. And snowstorm. Nice. Fantastic. Amazing. I don't know if we can reach the peak. I need food. I need food. My hunger is increasing. That's not good. Ooh. Not even close. Not even close. I was wondering what this purple something was. Just the sky. Ooh. Food, please. Ooh. Double chance of food. Yeah, water who does not satisfy my need. Ooh. Fruits. Nice. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. Never worried. Never worried. Not like I almost died or anything. With energy I can get there, right? Easily. Nice. Really nice. We are almost at the top. I'm waiting out the snowstorm. Man, where I live in Germany, I can't remember the last time we had snow. I mean, like laying on the floor instead of turning into mush. Because I live in a kind of big city in Germany. Please, there's no way. Okay. Unlucky I lost my backup stamina, but made it. We take those. Yes, in where I live in Germany, I live in a big city. And Because, you know, global warming is a thing. I literally can't remember the last time we had snow for several days. Or, like, snowing at all. Sometimes it would snow for, like, a day or overnight, rather. And if you wake up... and if... Oh, again, interrupt. Nice. And if it's already like noon-ish, afternoon-ish, it already turned into into mush, basically, and just so not nice. Even though I don't like snow or like the cold in general, I feel like I need a week where it just snow on the ground so I can throw some snowballs at people. Unlucky. Right, there's still the achievement. For example, that's not high. I've survived worse with no fall damage. And there's still the achievement I need to do where you have to reach the peak without fall damage. I've seen some videos about what the hardest, like top 5 hardest peak achievements, and all of them are saying getting all of the notes is the hardest one. I already got that. I don't know if that's just lucky RNG or not. But even if it's RNG, it's not hard, right? It's just tedious. But reaching the top without fall damage, that's like a slight challenge because you have to be super careful, right? Where to go? Where to go? That's right. Wait until that magma sinks. Oi. Back down. I'm burning! That's just unlucky. What is this timing? That's just unlucky. Ooh, there's still also one achievement I need to do is the... Yeah, okay, I cannot cross it. The grilling a coconut, an honeycomb, the berries from the capybaras, and an egg, and eating them. Hi, welcome in the stream. Yes, I'm a English VTuber, but I'm from Germany. I'm doing this mainly because forcing myself, you know, speaking English to improve my English. And I really like the English language. I feel like learning the English language is going to help you in a lot of ways. But welcome to the stream. Really thankful that you're here. I hope you enjoy your stay. If you see me struggling with some English words, feel free to correct me or tell me how to pronounce some words the right way. And that's just how I learn. yeah, I'm just trying Peak for my first stream ever. Trying it out. That's my second try today. In the first try. Oh fuck. Oh no. Chillax, chillax. I have to survive first. In the first try I missed. Kinda miscalculated my stamina basically. How it is in Peak. But yes, I am a new English VTuber. I did not expect having a viewer today, which is really cool. It's a new feeling for me, for sure. Kind of nice. Thanks for tuning in again, giving me a chance. You have to be warned. I am new to all that. I don't know what the fuck I'm yapping about. I'm just winging it, trying it. Learning along the way. Okay, no damage. We take this. Always. Anytime. We take this. Leaps of faith. Ooh, that can be scary. Hmm. Can I make this? Yeah, easy, easy, easy. Let's wait until the magma sinks. I'm realizing there are still so much I need to learn about streaming. Taking, I needing to take more breaks, drinking, hydration, really important, because I feel like how my throat and mouth is already dry AF. Because I'm not used to talking that much. But well, you should drink like 2 liters of water anyway, right? Every day. So that checks itself out. That is... You know what? Oh, we eat those? Ooh, right. This the thing, and we get lantern again. Nice. Could come in handy for sure. We drink those. That's probably not the call, but well, let's just try. I thought they changed it. Didn't they say they changed it? That it doesn't float? Okay. I swear I thought they patched it that the anti-ropes doesn't start to float if you drop it. But well. Insane. How do you say your name? Tihatanko. Really appreciate checking my stream out. I didn't believe how happy it can make you seeing a new face in the stream. Crazy. It's a crazy nice feeling. I can see now the appeal of streaming. Especially, I guess, if you are new, seeing new faces. Really nice. Okay, how do we route? From here, I guess. Push, there has to be some settings I can do to maximize some not efficiency, but to be more convenient for me and for anyone who decides to check in. I wish they would have done it that with time the magma rises. And with that you would be always on the edge. So try to go fast, especially, you know, at the end of the game. Which I feel like should be the hardest part. But for me at least, I feel like the hardest part in Peak, the hardest biome, was, for me at least, always the ice biome, because the ice storm, if you are unlucky and can't hide, the ice storm can screw you up so bad. So for me, the ice storm was always the most annoying part. That's not nice, that's not nice. Little bit of energy, thanks, just a little bit. Oh my god. I'm still on fire! Oh no. Okay, I'm safe. Does it heal fire? Yes, okay. Nice, nice, nice. That's useless. That isn't. Gimme. How do I approach this? How do I approach this? Energy, please. Thank you. Imagine. Maybe I have to do an energy drink action. That is so unfortunate. I'm so sad. Oh no. Oh no, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. But I think that's it for today. For my first ever debut. I will probably having a stream tomorrow. Again. I still don't know what I will play. Maybe some Elden Ring Night Rain solo runs. I never tried those really. I will. Yes, you know what? Yes, I will most likely stream some Night Train tomorrow. Some solo runs. Maybe some runs with like co-op runs. But yeah. See you guys in the next stream.